Okay, this is hooking up a blueox base plate to a 2021 Chevy Blazer. This is my third time hooking it up. So we'll see how this goes. All right, safety cables, 2, breakaway, power, pins for the front. This base plate comes with plugs. We live in Florida, love bugs. I highly suggest it. Put the pins in, making sure they lock in. Swing the blueox up. Now they have labels on them showing which way is up. So put the pin in. The clip pins have a little angle to them right here. You need to make sure that angle's out and that's the direction that it flips down. If that's locked, the other way is not locked. Safety cables going to the vehicle. The loops definitely make it easier. Cross over, one to the base plate, other one to the vehicle, crossing over, making a cross in the middle, the base plate. Breakaway, I opted for the RVI Brake3 breakaway right there. Should the vehicle come loose, heaven forbid. I did install the diodes on my tail lights so that the vehicle operates my tail lights. The other option is to actually install new bulbs in the housing. So that's hooked up. So now what I have to do is get the brakes set. So I'm pretty much done. As I pull the vehicle forward a little bit, but these arms should lock into place. The arm that doesn't lock into place, should that happen, you're going to turn the vehicle in that direction. Knees forward and the other arm will lock in place. It's a subtle click. And these things will be up against the pin. There's a little pin right here. So with my vehicle here, I'm going to turn the camera around. The instructions for the brake. Sorry about that. Start the vehicle. Remember, this is a 2021 Blazer. I'm put it in neutral. Then I'm going to stop the car. So that leaves it in accessory position. And it's in neutral. Now I'm not concerned with the car rolling because I'm hooked to the RV. So then I'm going to open the hood. And I have to disconnect the battery. I've left it loose because I just hooked up while ago, so it's still loose. Set the camera down for a second. Mine has this weird little plug right here to the ground that keeps the ground connecting. So I pull that off there so I can get it out of the way. And then my brake is hooked to a second ground that I'll hook up. I'm going to leave this down so it can't reconnect inadvertently. I'm done here. I can snug that down, and I probably would if I was taking a trip, but I'm not taking a trip. So now for the brake. This is my RVI Brake3. It's fairly light. I'm going to set it in the floor. This vehicle's got a pretty good backing right here that keeps the brake fairly solid. As you see, I've marked it for a bracket that they provide to bolt to the floor, but I don't think I'm going to need it with this vehicle because I've got a pretty good edge for it to grab onto. Then the brake is going to grab onto the pedal, just like that. I'm going to plug in the 12 volt, and it's going to start talking to me, and it will tell you Here's the breakaway. And
Push auto position button.
what to do is 3 times.
Auto position button again.
It literally tells you what to do each time. And
Push auto position button one more time. RVI brake ready.
okay, so that we are set up, with the exception of locking in the pins, we're set up ready to tow. There's no parking brake on this one, it's electronic, so unhooking the battery keeps that from happening. We're about 5 minutes and 30 seconds completely hooked up, like I said, minus locking the pins, which is pulling the RV forward a few inches. So overall, I don't know if it's easier than the dolly. I'm not sure if it's quicker than the dolly, but pulling it definitely feels safer than the dolly, because the dolly's pretty wide. It's as wide as the RV. So there you go, 6 minutes.